How do you apply the law of attraction to your business? How do you work with these universal principles in a way that cause you to really take your business and catapult it in a way that you are bringing the profound impact that you know you are meant to make? My name is Felicia Searcy, your Dream Life Activator. And in this live, I want to help deepen your understanding of how these laws work, particularly the law of attraction, which is one law, but there are a number of laws. Law of attraction is just one law, and how do you apply it specifically to your business? Because here's the thing, you are a deep student of this. I know this about you. And you have a deep desire to truly make a difference with your business. That you know you are meant for so much more, and you want to make the impact, make the profound impact that you are here to make. So, how do you do that? Well, first of all, realize that these laws really are a real thing. It's not just a warm and fuzzy concept that people bat around, but that there are actual immutable laws that govern our results, that the universe is this universal intelligence, that our world is grounded in laws of transformation, laws of creation, that there are immutable laws that govern our results. And so it's not just getting to know those laws, but it's understanding them to such a degree that you organize your life around those laws, around these laws. So often people will share with me, I believe that, I know that. But often there's a disconnect between information that you have in your head and what's happening in your results. You want to become a master of understanding how these laws work and how to apply them in your life consistently, whether it's, for your health, your relationships, or your business. And this is what we're talking about right now. So understand, first of all, that these laws are real, that that there are actual immutable laws that govern our results. And before I go any further, I just get so excited about this information. I want to jump into this, and my social media person's going to get on me that I don't invite you to let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching this live or the replay, where are you watching from? And as we go through this, when something really stands out for you, please let me know so I know how to best serve you. What are the golden nuggets that are really standing out for you? All right. So how do you take the law of attraction, which is one law, out of these universal laws and apply it to your business? Because the reason you have a business, and this is what I'm going to assume about you, is that you have a deep desire to make a profound spiritual impact with your business, that you are wired to make a difference. All right. So, number one, these laws are real. And you want to devote your life to learning how to unlock their power to such a point where you reach a high degree of mastery, and you've organized your life around these laws. All right. So, number two, when we understand that there are these immutable laws that govern our results. And what are the laws? When we talk about the law of attraction, what exactly are we talking about? What we're saying is that we have been given this amazing faculty called our imagination. You have the ability to generate images in this amazing faculty of your imagination. And these images then activate physiological sensations in your body called feelings, called emotions. Those emotions have a vibration to them where you're literally vibrating at a particular frequency. That frequency then gets transmitted to this invisible field around us, where there are waves of unformed energy hanging out in superposition. And in some fantastical way, in a way that I don't understand, but I don't have to fully understand electricity to be able to flip the switch to get lights. This unformed energy is then literally organizes around your predominant thought and feeling, which, by the way, defines how you see yourself. What this energy is really organizing around is your predominant identification. It's your energetic signature. This becomes the attractive force, that what you are. Oh, Zeph, so happy to see you. I'm so thrilled that you're here. All right. So what you are literally transmitting is how you have identified with yourself. You are transmitting the level of struggle that you have made a habit. You are transmitting the level of abundance that you currently have a habit of. we will never outperform the way we see ourselves. That becomes the attractive factor. That is literally what you are attracting into your world. So that's first of all, when we're talking about using the law of attraction with our business, fundamentally, number one, understanding that these laws are real and understanding how they work and how we are always transmitting a conversation with this invisible field, this invisible life force energy, this invisible intelligence that is waiting for us to tell it what we want. And what we say in our heads is often very different from what we transmit with our entire being. So this isn't just about mindset. It's about fundamentally becoming the person that can make welcome the dream that's seeking to express through you. So that's number one. Understand the power of these laws. Excellent, Zeph. Good, because I'm so looking forward to sharing some of this with your community when you and I connect at the end of next month. All right. So then number two. So understanding that, then you come to understand that to begin to understand what is it to work with the most powerful, potent, holiest of all questions that you can work with. Because here's the thing, absent an intelligent design, the only thing your imagination can do is work with the default and work with what it's taking in the world of facts. You want to come to know that you have at your fingertips the most potent, powerful, transformative energy in this entire universe, which is your capacity to create at will. And in order to do this, you need then to begin to direct the energy. And we do that by beginning to build out our own images. And you begin to work with your own images by working with the most potent, powerful, holiest of all questions that you can work with, which is, and I want you to write this down because you will forget, what would I love? What would I love? What would I love to do, have, give, be? What would I love? Understanding that it is love itself seeking a richer, freer, fuller expression through you and by means of the answer to that question. One of the key elements that I really help ground in the people that I have the opportunity to work with on a longer basis is that you don't have a dream. You do not have a dream to make a bigger impact, and you do not have a dream for a business. You receive a dream. There is a dream seeking to express and expand through you and by means of you. And so when we get quiet and we work with that question, what you're doing is that you're listening to how love is seeking to express for you, from you, and through you. And so begin to work with that. So when you think about your business, you think about the rhythm of the business and the people that you get to work with and the kind of work that you're doing. And I want you to think in terms of a snapshot scenario. What is that image that when you think about it, your whole system goes, oh my God, I love that. And it's an image that excites you and scares you to death all at the same time. Because the thing to understand is that the purpose of your dream is to help you wake up to more of your brilliance, more of your beauty, and more of your magnificence so you can bring more of you to the people that you are called to serve. So begin to play with, what would I love? Let yourself see yourself in different scenarios and try them on and pay attention. Do you come alive in the presence of those scenarios, or is there a part of you that contracts in the presence of those scenarios? That will lead you down the path that love is seeking to take you. All right. So number one, these things are real. These laws are real. Number two, you're working with these laws in a way to create images that reflect what brings you most alive when answering the question, what would I love? Now, here's number three. Number three is that, go back to what I said earlier. The purpose of your dream is to help you wake up to more of your brilliance, more of your magnificence, more of your beauty. And so when you think about the person living that dream that takes your breath away when you think about it, Who has that person become? Here's the thing that you want to know. You're building this amazing business that has profound spiritual impact. And there are a group of people that you want to serve, whether it's with your product, your service, or your idea. The thing that you need to know is that you need to become the person that they're looking for. Now, what do I mean by that? You're already brilliant. You already bring a high degree of mastery and expertise. But if there's a gap between where you are and what your dream is and attracting these people to you, my sense, and because from the thousands of people that I've had the honor of working with around this exact formula, is there is that in you that has not quite caught up with your vision. And so you're not a match for the people that are asking for you. So, one of the key elements of working the law of attraction in order to build your business is that you begin to see yourself as that person, as that man, or as that woman. Remember, we are always transmitting a signal that is defined by who we see ourselves as. And we will never outperform the way we see ourselves. And that means unless you own your value, unless you own your worthiness, unless you own your identity as someone who's successful and wealthy. And I'm going to use that word wealthy because it has a tendency to trigger people. And here's the thing, if you're building out a business, every penny that comes into your bank account represents somebody who is served. And so your task, your mastery, is to increase your capacity to allow a greater degree of financial abundance, of wealth to flow through you so you can receive the financial exchange from people who want what it is that you're offering, that are praying for you. And so, in order to do that, in step number 3, you have to become the person that your people are praying for. And the people that are praying for you are praying for somebody who owns their value. They're praying for somebody who stands in a place of authority of what they have to offer. That they are praying for somebody who knows down to the bottom of their toes that they're worthy of good things. You can't transmit something that you don't have, and that they know that they're praying for somebody who knows that when there is a financial exchange with you, their life will change. They need to believe in your believing. And if you are wavering on whether or not you can truly make a difference in that person's life, that person is not going to hook up with you. And so your mastery is zipping yourself into the skin of the man or the woman who knows you can make a profound difference, and not just conceptually. You don't want this just conceptually. You want this in the moment when you are transmitting and offering whatever your product, service, or idea is, and that you can receive the financial abundance that comes from serving at that level. That is mastery, and that is the edge that most of the people that I work with bump into, that we help literally raise your abundance set point in order to be able to receive a higher degree of financial abundance, because it's in that moment that you're serving. And here's the other beautiful thing about this. The more you're able to allow a greater degree of financial flow to you and through you, the more you're able to share that with others. I love that my company gives away tens of thousands of dollars to organizations that are deeply meaningful to me because of my ability to own my power to transform your life. And when somebody gives me the honor of transmitting that financial exchange, I know what's going to happen for them. I am so thrilled of the possibility that's going to happen for them. And it allows me, number one, to increase my quality of life, which you have a right to, and to be able to contribute highly to organizations that are meaningful to me. All right. So I think that's number 3. Number 4, when you're doing that, you are doing a process of what's called generating a state of being. When you are in that state of value, when you are in that state of worthiness, when you are in that state of increasing your capacity to allow a greater degree of financial freedom to flow through you, you are literally increasing your intelligence, your creativity, and you are tapping in to a universal intelligence that is always providing you with guidance, with ideas, with possibilities and opportunities. You have to become that person in order to be able to see those. Now, there's a way to activate that intelligence as you're generating a state of being. Remember, this goes way beyond mindset, that you want your whole being involved with this. And so there's two questions I'm going to encourage you to work with in order to activate that brilliance. What's one of my steps that I teach people? Number one, if I really believe this was possible, what is the action I would take? And you want to tap into the stream of intelligence and write down every single idea that comes to you. Doesn't mean that you're going to act on every single one of them, but you want to let the universe knows, this universal intelligence know, that you are a good steward of ideas. And so you write down every single idea. Then the other question that you work with, what can I do where I am with what I have? Realizing that as you increase your capacity in step 3 of becoming that person and identifying with the person who is successful and wealthy and bringing profound impact with the people that you get to interact with, now this universal intelligence has access to you in a way that it didn't have access to you before. And it will show you the resources you have in your environment right here, that there's not a single thing that has to be added to you. The only thing that needs to change is the way that you see what's already in your life, and you begin to see it as resources that are already available to you. And then you want to act on those ideas that pop, that really pop out for you. That's step 4. And then step 5 is gather the evidence, stack the evidence, make a case for everything that we talked about, that these laws work, that you are that person, that you deserve wealth, that you bring impact, and that there truly is a power at work in and through you. All right. So number 1, realize that these laws work. Number 2, let yourself have that dream, that desire, understanding that you are receiving it and that you are activating the most potent energy in the entire universe, which is your capacity to create at will. Number 3, let that dream inform who life is asking you to become. Number 5, activate your brilliance by working with those 2 questions. If I really believe this was possible, what are the actions I would be taking? What can I do where I am with what I have? And then number 5, stack the evidence. Notice that things are changing. Put your attention, put your focus on the reality that things are changing. All right. So, Zeph, thank you so much for putting in highlights. If you want more of this, I have a Facebook group, Ultimate Life Now. I would love to have you join me there, where we dig into these conversations in a much deeper level. I go live in that group and do a much more intense training every week. If you want access to that group, put impact in the comment section, and we'll make sure either myself or a member of my team will make sure that we get you that information. All right. It is my joy. Again, before I get into that, share with me your takeaways from this. And please, if this has served you, share this with others. It has been my absolute joy to support you in making the profound spiritual impact that you are here to make. My name is Felicia Searcy, your Dream Life Activator. Mwah! God bless.